ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the Keepmoat Stadium for our 2017-18 EFL Kids Cup Draw. I am joined by Doncaster Rovers legends Tim Ryan and Jan Butts. Tim has made over 200 appearances for the club, whilst Jan was part of the Rovers Cup run where he saved penalties from Manchester City. Commentary of the draw will be done by our college tutor Mark Ellams, who is our Kids Cup expert. I'll now hand you over to Mark.
Good afternoon. The ties for the EFL Kids Cup will be played on Wednesday the 17th of January. There are 27 teams. Each team will be put into 4 different groups. Pot A will have 7 teams, Pot B will have 7 teams, Pot C will have 7 teams, and Pot D will have 6 teams. Tim, if you could put out the 7 Pot A teams for me, please.
27.
That is West Road, that is Sean's partner school.
13.
Oyston, which is last year's last 16.
12.
Our Lady of Sorrows, last year's runner-up.
14.
Plover, they are newcomers to the event.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Colton, and they are also newcomers to the event.
22.
22, that is Tickhill St Mary's, who are newcomers.
Number 8.
That is Holy Family, and they are also newcomers. That concludes the draw for the Pot A teams. Jan, if you could put out the 7 Pot B teams for me, please.
Number 10.
Number 10, that is Mount Carmel Red, last year's quarter-finalists.
25.
25, that is Wandsworth Blue, who are last year's team to beat and the winners.
18.
18 is Celery Park, they are newcomers.
19.
19 Sunny Fields, they are recent winners of the schools games.
24.
24 Tramore, and they are newcomers.
7.
7, who is Dunsville, last year's last 16 teams.
20.
20, that is Thornbrook, and they are Lauren's partner school. That concludes the draw for the Pot B teams. Tim, if you could draw out Pot C teams, please.
11.
11, that is Mount Carmel Blues, and they are Rich Harford's partner school.
16.
16, Richmond Hill, and they are newcomers to the event.
Number 4.
Number 4, Colwood, and they are newcomers also.
Number 5.
Number 5, Clareborough Blue, newcomers.
23.
23, that is Townfields, had a very, very successful group stage last year.
Number 1.
Number 1, Bamborough, also had a very competitive group stage.
Number 17.
17, Saltergate, and they also had a very successful group stage last year. That concludes the teams for Pot C, or Group C. Jan, last group to come out, there's 6 teams still remaining in the hat for Group D.
21.
21, that is Thorn Marshlands, last year's semi-finals.
6.
6 is Clareborough Red, and they are also newcomers.
26.
26, Wandsworth Red, last year's play on the pitch winners.
And 9.
9, that is Kirk Sandal, last year's semi-finalists.
15.
15 is Redford St Joseph's, last year's quarter-finalists.
Last but not least, number 2.
Number 2, Barnby Dun, winners of the Hunger Hill Cluster competition. That concludes the draw for the 4 groups of the EFL Kids Cup, and they will be played on Wednesday the 17th of January.